never even did that stuff or
No,
whatever.
you have options now.
Yeah, it's way different.
Can you remember the first CD that you bought with your own money?
Oh man, I would have no idea. I was obsessed with like instrumentals. I'd get like Eminem instrumentals or like what was that 50 Cent How We Do. I think that was a song with The Game or something.
Yeah.
And I remember I used to rap to that all the time. I got terrible memory, so I don't remember every first CD that I had.
But rap was like the first genre that resonated with you, or was there something before that?
Definitely like spoke to me the most for sure. Yeah, I fell in love with that, and then I kind of like that's what I listened to for years.
It feels really far away. And so that whole piece was like, well, what does it look like if this path that everybody has followed has kind of disappeared, more or less?
Let me stay on the topic of the feel of it. So then what does it feel like if you can't see your way to a house, if you're not sure what the career paths are, if you're not sure what AI will do? Like if you had to describe the emotional structure of the conversations you have with people on the tour, what are the dominant emotions?
I think there's a lot of worry. I mean, I think everybody picks up on this. Like, there's so many think pieces about, like, the kids are not all right, right? Like, there's a lot of nihilism, there's a lot of concern, there's a lot of fear, there's a lot of anxiety. And you sense that when you talk to people. Because, like, they don't really know what to do. Because this path that has sort of been instilled in you from the time that you were little, like, go to college, graduate, buy a house, it's out of reach. And so when you can't get that, it feels far away, right? And
when 66-year-old Robert Ben Rhodes pleaded guilty to the murders of Douglas Iskowski and Patricia Walsh in March 2012, it took his official tally of victims to 3. But investigators suspect he's killed dozens more. It's believed that the long-distance truck driver was active from the mid-1970s, preying upon vulnerable hitchhikers and sex workers across America.
Rhodes's victims were people who would readily get into his truck. He wouldn't have to coerce them to do so. He's looking out for people who are vulnerable. He's looking out for people who need help from truck drivers and motorists. So these are individuals where he already has the access and he already
to change. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Letting things go to make room for new things to spring. I might have to continue this episode in the studio, given that I am huffing and puffing so much on this trail that you're not going to be able to hear the words coming out of my mouth. All right. Well, first I want to thank you for your patience with me, because I know I promised to take you on the hike, not just start a hike with you, but clearly I got a lot that I want to unpack here about letting go. And so, and I got a lot I also need to do to get in better shape to be able to talk and hike at the same time. Actually, you know what? I'm going to commit right now to letting go of making myself wrong. Good job, Mel Robbins, for getting out there. Good job for trying out an episode where I would be walking and talking and recording it on my iPhone. And good job for having the presence of mind to realize
life inside Britain's most notorious institution. Broadmoor is perched above the Berkshire village of Crowthorne, just 40 miles from the centre of London. When people think of Broadmoor, they think of Ronnie Cray, Peter Sutcliffe, Robert Napper and Kenneth Erskine, some of the most dangerous killers the country has ever known.
The public perceive this place as, oh, that's where the Yorkshire Ripper's locked up. That's where Rachel Kell's killer's locked up. Broadmoor is an institution of lots of people, but not all rapists, paedophiles or murderers. There is people in here for self-harming in prison. There's people in here for burglary who then got ill in prison. And there's people in here for very, very evil.
The full show notes are going to be available at rottenmangopodcast.com. But today's case involves a lot of heavy and controversial content regarding pregnancy, abortion, adoption, women's health, and topics that are especially turbulent with the current politics of the US. So with that being said, reporting on this case is in no way a political statement or representative of personal opinions. I think a lot of the discussions about this case revolve around the politics of it all. And I do think that those are important discussions to have. The purpose of today's episode is to sift through all of the speculations and present what we know so far in a way that does Baby Doe justice. Hopefully, we're able to accomplish that, but just keep in mind that this case is currently ongoing with a trial scheduled for October of this year. Just a reminder that legally, no one has been convicted of absolutely anything as of right now. So with that being said, there is CCTV footage inside of a hospital's hallway.
And the people closest to her that never supported her in the ways that she needed. This series is intended for educational purposes, to document mysteries, historical events, and amplify important conversations. All opinions stated are mine alone. So I've been getting into aromatherapy lately, which is all about how different fragrances and essential oils can literally change your mood. I'm sure we've all heard that lavender helps to calm you down and helps send you to sleep, but I also learned that citrusy scents like orange and lemon can help to energize you and literally uplift your mood. So I've been putting it to the test with some citrusy perfumes, and I'm telling you, I actually think it works. One of my favorite perfumes I've tried is the Forward by Mind Games. It's one of my favorites at the moment because the top 2 notes are literally lemon and pomelo. And it's a unisex fragrance. It's also got notes of jasmine and wood.
Designed to promote elders' independence and safety. Independence and safety in the context of reducing falls but still being able to live their lives. And she's nationally known for her program of research in patient safety, particularly in fall prevention. The Falls Program Research Agenda continues to drive research efforts across health services and rehabilitation researchers.
Dr. Pat, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you so much.
All right. Well, we're Will and I are very pleased that you could make it on for this topic. I know that in our general practice, injuries resulting from falls constitute a high proportion of the cases that we have. So being able to have an episode dedicated to talking about interventions for fall risk and fall prevention is very important to us.